Hi, I'm Life Coach Landry, and the topic is home mortgages. I'm going to do a 3-segment approach on home mortgages. I'm going to do the things you need to know before you apply, and then once you're ready, the things you need to know in general about home loans. And then I'm going to do the things you need to know about specifically about FHA home loans because it's the most common loan that people take out. Okay, so today I'm going to give you 7 points to know before you apply for a home loan. Okay, because with interest rates near historic lows, everybody is excited to jump in there and get their first home, right? I mean, this is an exciting time. It's there for you. It's like 2000s all over again for a lot of people. So buying a home is a huge decision, and there's a lot to learn before you start shopping for your dream home. Okay, so being prepared for what's to come is going to be the process. Be more efficient and just a lot less painful. And these are things that I think everybody should know before they even start to talk about getting a home. Okay, so here's 7 things I want you to listen to. 7. Number 1, I want you to learn the lingo. There's many different types of mortgages out there, but specifically, I want you to learn the basics about fixed rate, adjustable rate, FHA, and VA mortgages. Write all 4 of those down, and I want you to put this right underneath them: points and PMI. Okay? The reason that's important because those are things that will add to how much it will cost after you knock out, what kind of rate you want. Okay? Again, that's fixed rate, adjustable rate, FHA, and VA mortgages. And then I want you to write down the word points and PMI underneath those 4 things. Okay? Because those are things you need to know. Number 2, I want you to determine what you can afford. And I want you to do this using a mortgage calculator to figure out what you can afford, okay? Including taxes and insurance. Consider making a higher down payment if you can't afford it, okay? Everybody's been in this boat. Everybody started buying a home. I'm an investor. I had a home when I had a $200,000 home when I was 30 years old, all on my own. Didn't have any help getting it. I did it on my own, and I even moved to an even bigger home 3 years later, and this was all through investing and carefully planning things out and knowing what I was doing. And I did this on my own. I wasn't living with anybody when I was doing this. This was just straight up me, coming out and doing things, right? I had a home. I had a $150,000 home at 25. So you can see every 5 years I was moving up about 100 grand, 50 grand into larger homes. And that means when I was selling them, I was making more profit every single time I was doing it. Okay. So, it'll just help you get in the mindset, especially when you're looking for a trusted lender. Okay. So remember, number 3, I want you to select your lender carefully. And I want you to make sure it's a trusted lender. Look for solid credentials and deal only with reputable companies. No small cats that work out of a little, one door, no office, just open room, portable, movable trailer. None of that. Stay away from people like that. They're a joke. There's hidden stuff in your print. Okay. So let's keep it on the real and stick with real companies here. Number 4, I don't want you to open any new accounts. Okay, anything that requires a driver's license, a social security number, anything like that, open no new accounts. Okay, don't even apply for a new credit card, gas card, store card, anything that will open up a new line of credit. Doing so alters your credit report and has an impact on the type of loan you'll be able to receive. So don't do it. Okay. Number 5, I don't want you to close any accounts. Even if they have 0 balances, do not close any accounts whatsoever, especially ones with good payment records. Okay. You want to keep those. Having a 0 balance means you paid everything off. So that's a good thing. You want them to see that. Okay. So you don't want to get rid of that. Number 6, this one's pretty obvious. Don't quit your job. Okay. Stable employment history is important. It's the best thing you have in your favor. Companies typically look that you've been at a job for at the least 2 years. Doesn't mean they won't consider 6 months to a year and a half, but 2 years is the gold spot for anybody looking to get a loan. Okay. You may still be able to qualify, but staying at your job, the longer you're there, the more stable you look and the more they feel that you can pay your future payments after they give you a loan. Okay. And number 7, most important, pay your bills on time, okay? Avoid late payments as much as possible to avoid being, denied a home loan. If you have a lot of late payments or just not paying them at all, companies take that into effect, and your interest rate will be either a lot higher or you'll be denied altogether, okay? Buying a home is an exciting moment in your life. It's something you should be, just exhilarated about, right? It's also a big decision with a lot of small print in there that banks and people giving you loans, they don't want you to know. But if you follow these regular tips before you even start to look, you'll be ahead of the game, and they won't see you coming when you start asking them questions versus them asking you questions, okay? Now remember, I'm going to do 2 more parts. I'm going to do, 10 things you should know about home loans when you're ready to apply. And then after that, I'm going to do 7 things you should know about FHA loans, because that's the most common type of loan with typically the lowest interest rate, because it's backed by the government in some sort of way. And we'll get into more in detail. But I'm going to recap the 7 things one more time. Learn the lingo, okay? Fixed rate, adjustable rate, FHA, VA mortgages. Number 2, I want you to determine what you can afford. Number 3, I want you to select a lender carefully, reputable ones only. Number 4, don't open new accounts. Number 5, don't close old accounts. Number 6, don't quit your job for any reason whatsoever. And number 7, pay your bills on time. Okay, all these things will factor in you getting something. And these are all things they don't want you to pay attention to, because they want to get you as far into the loan process before you catch on to any of these kind of terms or ideas. That's their goal, because the more you sign up for, the more whoever's, originating your loan and getting stuff done, this is where they make some of their money, by doing things with you like this. So, it can be a little bit shady at some point. Guys like me, being a life coach, I can't stand seeing people taken advantage of when it's only because you lack knowledge, not because you're not smart enough or anything like that. These guys in this arena, women, men alike that work in this arena are all working the same game. And you've got to be smart enough to see between the lines of people like this, okay? So, if you want to book a session personally with me, click on the link below for my email address to get in touch with me, and we can do a video session, a phone call, whatever you want to do. But if you just found this, video of value, you can also click on the donation link below and, donate that way and show your appreciation. And I will talk to you soon.